Happy Tuesday. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between branding and advertising. Yes, there is a difference. And how you can utilize that better to connect with your customer and start to drive that top line revenue up. And we'll dive into that after the intro. Here we go.
This is the Find the Green podcast with your host, PGA Master Professional, Jason Rockhold.
Welcome back to the Find the Green podcast. That's right. Find the Green. It's a guide to golf management. We went through a little bit of a name change. We're launching an entire platform on educating golf professionals, collaborating with golf professionals to help raise the waterline of the golf industry so that we can start to put out a better product for golfers that are out there, potential golfers that are out there, and really start to go to battle with all the other different types of recreational events that are out there, provide something that is so much better, and actually communicate that to these new potential golfers so that we can start to have them choose golf over choosing everything else that is out there. So come with us, join with us, and definitely would love to talk to any golf professional, any owner on the podcast, and we can really start to raise that water line to get us to the place that we really want to be and start to see those top line revenues grow. And then we can also talk about how we can eliminate some of those costs throughout our entire operation to start to see a growth in that bottom line revenue as well. So thank you for tuning in and being a part of the show. I really hope you're a part of the movement. Please feel free to hit us up on our social media channels that we have out there. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Find the Green. Definitely something that I want to start that conversation, start to build that conversation so that we can really grow as an industry. So that being said, let's get into today's show. All right, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between branding and advertising and how you can really utilize that to help your business. Now, branding is about trying to build a relationship with a customer. It's basically a company's trying to establish its identity by communicating the values that that golf course has and trying to express those to potential customers, current customers. However, sometimes it's not a direct conversation. Sometimes it's something that is on a wall at your golf course or the way that you present yourself at the golf course, but it's not like a spoken word or term. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it has a lot to do with just everything that you represent, and we'll kind of dive in a little bit to how that is. Now, advertising is not as deep at all. Advertising is basically just an announcement to the public of an offering that you have or a service that you're going to provide and what you're going to do and what extent you're going to do it at. And it's basically, as an example of that, for example, an ad would be on Monday through Thursday between 11 and 3, we're going to offer a $49 rate to any golfer that comes out and plays. Okay, that's an ad. That's really great. You're offering a direct offer for a direct benefit to that person if they want to take you up on that. Now, as for branding, what that has to do with is the feeling or the relationship that you're building with that customer on how they should feel when they come out and they interact with your facility. For example, some of the different types of branding things that you could do are, putting a photo of a foursome celebrating a long putt, or a video of what it's like to come to your facility, the beauty of looking at your facility in the morning and watching the sun come up and the blue heron softly flying out of the water. That whole emotion that you can build through that is where you can really start to brand your facility. Now, all of these things are really good and cool and something that you definitely need to do if you want to set yourself apart. Now, if you just want to be a flat tract of land where people pay $20 to come out and grab a cart and hit the ball around, and you really don't want to differentiate yourself from anything out there in the golf world, then branding yourself is not that big a deal. You just throw out an ad that says, hey, if you want to play on Monday, it's $15. That might be a way to go, and it'll save you a lot of time and save you some money in the long run to just kind of do it from an advertising standpoint. But if you want to build a brand where you start to see those customers start to have some loyalty to your golf course, that's where you can really start to build that relationship with the customer and see the branding effects start to take hold. Now, a few things that you want to really remember when you start to think about branding are your logo and your name. Whenever you start to build a brand, you want to make sure that your recognition of your brand is connected with every single thing that you do when it comes to showing emotion or trying to establish a relationship with that customer. But first, when we start to talk about establishing a brand, who are the first people that need to know about what the brand is going to stand for? You guessed it, your staff, your stakeholders, everybody that is connected with the company needs to understand what that brand is, know it, live it, and absolutely, without a doubt, on a soapbox, scream from the top of that box what that company is all about. If your employees don't know what your brand is, then there is no way that your customer is going to understand it. So where's the first place that your employees can find out what you're all about? Well, for most companies, it should be the mission statement. And I've got to tell you, without a doubt, there are a lot of mission statements out there that are too long, that are filled with just a bunch of jargon that are not only hard to remember, but they're also very hard to find what the true brand identity is in there. Well, here's an example of one. Starbucks is really well known for having a pretty solid mission, and that is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Absolutely clear. You've got a good idea of what they're trying to do as a company, and you can tell by that they are trying to offer a place for people to come together and have coffee in their establishment and enjoy the human spirit. So what you want to do is try to figure out a way to define your mission as a golf course and have your employees not only understand it, but live it. Like, understand what the philosophy of the golf course is, what your mission is, and truly project that into everything that they do with every customer interaction that they have. So now that we have every one of our employees and stakeholders understanding what we're about, we have to go out and produce an environment that actually allows that to succeed. It's always great to say on paper that we are the best golf course in the Connecticut area. But when you go out on the golf course, 4 or 5 of the greens are dead, the pro shop staff is rude, the restaurant area is completely messy and disgusting, the bathrooms haven't been cleaned since 2010, and what you're showing to the customer is absolutely nothing like you have on your mission statement. Unfortunately, I see a lot of this as well. So what I want you to do, this is my challenge to you, is to go out and take an assessment of what you want to have as your mission statement or what your mission statement is, and then go around your golf course and look at everything that a customer is going to interact with, and we've called them in the past customer touch points or customer interaction points, and find out if you are portraying your mission statement at each one of those places to your customer. If you are, congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing it great. If not, go ahead and figure out how you can refine that to make it closer to what you're trying to portray. If you feel you're going to be too biased in your projections, have somebody come out that has never been to your golf course, has only been there once or twice, and have them go through the entire customer experience, have them pay for it, reimburse them, whatever, and have them come out and go through the entire customer experience. That blind customer experience where your staff doesn't know who they are, and allow them to come out and just have an experience and then report back to you what happened. Secret shoppers are really great to find out where your downfalls are and where your good things are. Don't be afraid to use it. Once you get the report back from them, you can find out where you need to get better and where you are excelling. And these are great things to know, especially from an outside observer. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about with branding today. I'm going to go a little bit into advertising, which is very important as well. You can utilize this to be able to get some information out there about some different specials that you're running, some membership specials that you're running. Remember that an advertisement is a public announcement of an offering of a service or product that you are trying to sell. These are really important to mix in there because you have areas in your tee sheet that are not getting occupied as much as you want them to. So, for example, Fridays, let's say your Fridays are quiet. Well, you run a $1 beer day on Fridays, and all of a sudden, people start coming out on Friday because of the $1 beer days. It has absolutely nothing to do with your brand. It has everything to do with the fact that beer is $1 on Fridays. Also, you can have Tuesdays, free range bucket day for seniors. That can be a great day to start getting seniors to come out in the middle of the day to hit balls on the range and potentially go out and play some golf. And like we said before, that 11 to 3 Monday through Thursday $49 rate. These are all things that you would put out in an ad to get people to look at this offer and find out if it's a benefit to them. So direct offer to that customer that will receive a direct benefit from that offer. So that's where you really start to see the difference between branding, where you're trying to establish a relationship and a feeling of how they interact with your business, versus an ad, which is a direct offer for a direct benefit. If you have any questions, please, like I've said, reach out. My email address is mentioned in the outro, as well as our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Have a great week. Also, I just wanted to end this. Everybody that has been greatly affected by the hurricane that came through the Carolinas, my heart goes out to you. I really wish you the best. We're very grateful that it went through Charlotte and didn't cause as much damage as it originally had planned. So we're very thankful for that. If you can reach out to the different charities that are helping people into those areas, we highly recommend it. We're going to do it as well. I know there are a lot of people that took a serious hit and would appreciate anything you can do. So have a great week, and I will talk to you next Tuesday. See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's Find the Green podcast with PGA Master Professional Jason Rockhold. Hit subscribe now to get the latest Find the Green podcast with new episodes uploaded every week. Email your questions and comments to jrockhold@pga.com or reach out on your favorite social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Find the Green.